Everyone's matched up, and at first glance it seems okay. However, it's not. Let me explain to you why this was horrendous from Kane Womack and the entire defensive staff. Oh, you got a linebacker matched up with my running back? Why don't I run a couple of wide receivers across the middle and pick them off? That's what they did. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for Film Study with your boy Matt, and I was originally going to post this on Wednesday, but then I realized, holy crap, we got a lot of previews to do because there's a lot of big-time games and rival matchups we got to talk about, so we're doing it later on your Tuesday night. We normally do this video once per week, and I try to select a game that was either A, big-time game, or B, we had a major upset. We did Notre Dame, Texas A&M, then we did Notre Dame, Northern Illinois, Alabama, Georgia, and now here we are with Alabama and Vandy. As we all know, Vanderbilt beat Alabama, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. I've already hyped that up and talked about it enough. What we're going to talk about in today's video, and what I'm going to show you, is not only why, but how Vanderbilt beat Alabama. There's a few plays I have selected for you that I'm going to show you, and it sums up the game the best. And the funny thing is, when I rewatched this game and watched some film to get ready for the Sunday recap, I was like, oh, that makes a little more sense. Okay, now I understand it. Because when you're watching the games live, you can't really break down the plays because you don't know what to expect, but it's different when the game's over. After I've already watched the game live and I watch it for a second time, I know what to look for. And we have answers, so get your popcorn, get your snack, get your favorite meal you like to eat and watch a video, because trust me, I do the same thing. We're getting straight into it. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to see more of these film breakdowns, let me know in the comment section. It seems like you guys really like them, and yeah, I enjoy doing them as well. I try not to get too all nerdy on you guys and dumb this down in the easiest way possible to understand. First things first, let's start out with Vanderbilt's first drive with 12 minutes and some change to go in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 5. Although we didn't know it at the time, a very pivotal play. Alabama's in their stereotypical, and Notre Dame likes to run this as well in defense, man-to-man, aka cover one robber. I like to just call this man-to-man because every single one of you watching this video, you understand that. If you ever hear me say cover one robber, it's just man-to-man. The only difference is you have a high free safety, and then you got one middle linebacker roaming around. But like I just said, all you need to know is it's man-to-man. Everyone's matched up, and at first glance it seems okay. However, it's not. Let me explain to you why this was horrendous from Kane Womack and the entire defensive staff. And I forgot to say this in the intro. I'm just going to say it right now since I forgot. Better late than never. Alabama lost this game because of their defensive coordinator, Womack, got outsmarted by Vanderbilt's offensive coordinator. That's it. That's the only reason they lost. It's not because the players didn't play hard. It's not because the players on defense aren't good. It's because of the defensive coordinator. Sometimes coaches get outcoached, and that's what happened here. Let me put this into a better perspective. Kane Womack got outcoached so much that Alabama, a team full of 5-stars, lost to Vanderbilt. That's how bad it was. It's not to discredit Vandy. I've said that. Give credit to him, but you know this, I know it. Alabama doesn't lose to Vandy. Getting back on track, like I was saying, there's a big problem with this. What's that problem, you may ask? Great question, my friend. I have an even better answer. Vanderbilt knows Alabama is in cover one robber, aka man-to-man. When the offense knows what play exactly you're running on defense, you're cooked because you're at their wheel. And when Vanderbilt has a short yardage 3rd and 5, it's barbecue chicken from there. All Vanderbilt did all day long was run it on 1st and 2nd down, get 2 or 3 yards. If you notice when you watch the game, they didn't break off a bunch of chunk plays. I don't want you to take this as disrespect, but Vanderbilt's offense on Saturday, it was gimmicky, but it was smart. And what they're going to do here is extremely smart because OC knows, hey, they're man-to-man. And remember, offensive coordinators can talk directly to the quarterback, so he's telling Pavia, hey, they're man-to-man, let's do what we practice. So Vanderbilt's going to run this insanely smart play where you're kind of taking Alabama out of the play due to a defensive coordinator being a knucklehead. The wide receiver, I'm going to circle it to you right here at the bottom of your screen. He's going to run a slant route, but it's not even intended to go to him. It's more of a pick play to get the running back open because Vandy knows that middle linebacker is on the running back. That wide receiver is quite literally going to set a pick for the running back, and you can't do nothing about it.
And he finds Alexander. Beautiful.
I know that's just one play, but I want you to understand that's what happened all game long. Vanderbilt was dinking and diming their way down the field and exposing the mismatches. Oh, you got a linebacker matchup with my running back? Why don't I run a couple of wide receivers across the middle and pick them off? That's what they did. And it blows my mind. And credit to Vanderbilt's OC for continuing to do it because Alabama's defensive coordinator still in the second half didn't change his philosophy. But hold on, believe it or not, it gets better. On the very next play, Watch what Vandy does. You don't gotta be a rocket scientist to figure out Alabama's defense is in the same exact formation. Look at them. It's similar to the last play. They're man-to-man, one free high safety and one linebacker watching the quarterback and whoever else. He's just roaming the middle. The other linebacker has a running back, and Vanderbilt knows this. So what do? They say, how about we do this? Let's clear some space for the slant route, so let's have the running back run in the flat. The running back's going to do just that, and Alabama's defense, they do their job. They play it perfectly. Linebacker stays on the running back, but here's the problem. Since he has a running back, the middle of the field is wide open. You want to know what the best route is when the middle of the field's wide open? A slant route.
Empty backfield, and
How about this play in the third quarter? Very pivotal play. Vanderbilt's only up 23-21. It appears to seem Alabama is starting to regather some momentum. And by the way, it's kind of off topic, but Vanderbilt on third down, they could not be stopped, so you got to give some credit to them for executing. It's one thing to know what the play the defense is running. It's another thing to actually execute it and pick up third downs. They were 12 for 18 on the day. 12 for 18. But oh, what do you know? Take a guess at what defense Alabama's in. Man-to-man. One free high safety, two middle linebackers. One of them's got the running back, the other one's going to be watching the quarterback. And Vanderbilt knows this, and they know what play to call to get 5 or 6 yards.
Man rush, Pavia reverse pivot, and delivers, but
the play didn't gather first down. They only got 5 yards, but it got it to a 4th and manageable. It was 4th and 1, and the next play was, well, that wasn't even really Vanderbilt dissecting up Alabama's defensive coordinator. It was more so Pavia being Pavia. He threw that 40-yard pass to get a touchdown. That was incredible. That was the play of the day. Because if Vanderbilt doesn't get a touchdown on that play, Alabama gets the ball. They have all the momentum. And Vanderbilt's defense, they were not slowing down Jalen Milroe. The only time they stopped him really was when Ryan Williams dropped a wide-open pass for first down. I thought he caught it, but he made a move and lost the ball. Jalen Milroe interception, and then the Jalen Milroe fumble. But the interception, would you call that Milroe's fault? I don't really know. Kind of got battered up in the air. And then the fumble from Milroe obviously was not his fault. It was a blindside hit. My point is, outside of a couple of lucky breaks going Vanderbilt's way on defense, they were not stopping Bama. This was another big play. This was following the Jalen Milroe fumble. Oh, what do you know? Third down. Vanderbilt doesn't run the ball. They got Pavia rolling out to his right, and I don't know what Alabama's doing here. There's a guy just wide open for Vandy.
Pavia rolls out, pumps to the right. And
this was another big play, and guess what? Another third down conversion. If you're an Alabama fan watching this video, I know you're sick to your stomach. Alabama is in take a guess, man-to-man. Vandy knows that. Vandy knows they're going to be trying to stop the run because it's 3rd and 1, and as a defensive coordinator, you assume Vandy might run the ball on 3rd and 1 because it's almost 4-down territory. And what happens? Alabama's linebacker, Deontay Lawson, overruns the play, and he is wide open in the flat for a walk-in touchdown.
Xander next to him. Little replay, Pavia throw.
That was an outstanding play call, like many of the play calls were for Vandy, but it goes back to this. That's why they won. Their offensive coordinator, he deserves a $500,000 raise just from that game alone. You want to talk about just completely destroying your opponent? That's what the offensive coordinator for Vandy did to Alabama's defensive coordinator. Vanderbilt won because of the offensive coordinator battle versus the Alabama defensive coordinator battle. And also it helps that the ball bounced their way a couple times, and an upset, that's all you need. When your offense is clicking like Vanderbilt's is, you just need your defense to get a couple lucky stops, couple fortunate breaks, and that's what happened. If you're an Alabama fan, there is one bright thing to take out of all of this. From a couple of these plays I've shown you, and if you watch the game, you can recall, Vanderbilt didn't just line up, hike the ball, and let their athletes be athletes and out-compete Alabama in that aspect. Where I'm going out with this is they didn't say, hey, go run a 50-yard route, go run a 35-yard post route and beat your man one-on-one like that. No. That's not what happened. It was short and gimmicky plays. There was a lot of motion on that offense. It was almost like the dang triple option at times, a lot of read options, and a lot of 3- and 4-yard passes. And when you're not used to playing a team like Vanderbilt that runs that offense, you could argue and say that's a harder team to stop than Georgia or other teams out there that are really good as well. Vanderbilt outsmarted Alabama, and that's what's hard for me and others to comprehend because you just didn't see that when Saban was there. I know Saban's gone, but he was there for so long, you almost expect Alabama to play smart football and have great play calls lined up for their guys. And there's many more plays I could show you, but it's just the same thing over and over and over. Alabama's a man-to-man, Vanderbilt knows it, and they take advantage of it. Run the ball for 3 to 4 yards per carry, have your quarterback scramble 5-6 yards, run some rub routes, and that's all there is to it. Many more things I could say. We'll end it off there. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But Robin,